What's good, everybody? This is Queen Common Sense coming back to you. I'm going to do a little powwow on Leviathan and its legions. And I've been really getting down lately here, doing a lot of overtime, taking up a lot of time doing pretty decent, productive shit. So, a little tired, but I've had a very productive week. So, I'm glad to be here and be back. And what's happening, Love and May?
Nothing much, nothing much. Just got out of class.
Yeah, ongoing, isn't it?
Yes, I'm tired.
Ongoing. So I'm just here to talk about Leviathan and the latest events that have been going around, buzzing around. I'm sure you've seen it.
I've seen some of it, yes.
Yeah. So I see, I've been studying this for a long time because I started this YouTube video thing. I really didn't feel it, but I said this is a good way for me to vent, to see if anybody else sees what I see or understand what I understand as spiritual warfare. And as you know, I'm a spiritualist. Been called many things, but that is what I do. And I've been doing it for a while, just not publicly. Just went public a couple years ago, about 4 years ago. So I'm still fresh on the chicken wing circuit when it comes to public. But I've been practicing spirituality off and on most of my adult life. And the 7 deadly sins usually is one of the first lessons that you learn along the journey of spirituality and demons and possessions and all kind of stuff that you learn on a spiritual path. And I have been encountering one of the most deadly sins at the top of the list, which is Leviathan. Leviathan is envy, which is second to Lucifer, which is pride. Then you have Satan, that's wrath. You have Mammon, that's greed. You have Beelzebub, that's gluttony. And you have Asmodeus, that's lust. Now, we all possess a portion of this every now and then, depending on what situation we find ourselves in, what station in life. But I know I have experienced Leviathan firsthand in my family life, personal life, and on here online. And it's been mentioned that people look at patterns, and this is how they expose people because of how their patterns are and things like that. Now, I see patterns too, because that's all I do all day long is study people. As a spiritualist, that's what you have to do. In psychology, that's what you have to do as well, is study people. And I came on here to do some studying, and I came on here to do some venting. And it took kind of a life of its own. And when I started relating to certain people and understanding common thread of Leviathan, envy, jealousy, pride on here, as well as in my real life, I see it, starting to take a trickle effect. Now, what I've learned about Leviathan is point of contact is always a way to transfer this demon because it always needs a host. It could be a human, it could be an animal, but it needs a living host. And this thing can possess any living being with a point of contact, whether it's phone call, eye contact, or physical touch. Exchange of energies is what infects another with Leviathan. It could be severe, or it can be very minute. These are just all things I've learned about Leviathan in all the years. It's nothing new, and I'm sure anybody that wants to can look it up. I'm just sharing what I've learned and what I know to be true because I've witnessed it. And I've always been speaking about a generational curse that we have, or possession, karma, bad karma, streaks of bad luck, whatever you want to call it. Generationally, that's handed down through spiritual possessions, mental illness, delusions, lots of stuff. And Leviathan, which is one of the most powerful, deadly sins, is very easy to succumb to if you're weak, if you're not paying attention, if you don't understand that you're walking amongst a spiritual war ground. You know, and I came on here knowing that I would automatically be attacked, not just because I'm a spiritualist, just because I'm a black woman in this country, on this continent, to where society has been programmed to shit on women, regardless of what culture they come from. I also have always been on a journey to find out who we really are. Who are we? You know, where do we come from? What is the truth? You know, what does this stem from? How have we been able to procreate and repopulate, and with all the agnostics running around, with all the atheists running around, all the spiritualists running around? Well, you know, it's a common thread. There is something out there that we need an explanation for in looking for the truth and who we are. And I started with my family. Started with me because I want to know. And you know, when you start purging things and your life changes, you might move, you might have a kid might go off to college, you might get married, you might get divorced, you go through shit, and you start to find little pieces of memories and, you know, parts and little things that you keep around. You accidentally find shit too sometimes, depending on your family and what's going on. So I found some stuff in my family that was an indicator that I was on the right path to see that Leviathan had infected my family. Because I saw a letter that my mom wrote my father. And this is a letter, and in its entirety, it says, as you can see, it's a really old document. It's written in pencil, and this is my mother's handwriting. And I accidentally found this in some stuff of mine after I had moved out of her house. I had some old boxes in storage in the basement, and I ran across some stuff that really just kind of struck, you know. So I started to investigate. And I noticed, as I've said many times, you know, my family has been very dysfunctional from the get-go. And this letter indicates to me that it's true, because in its entirety it says basically a mother is resentful of her children being a priority to her husband. She expresses how she feels like my dad tricked her. She wants to spend quality time. He's always with us, his children. I have 2 brothers and a sister. She just goes on to express herself about how disappointed she is and how she feels, you know, he's playing mind games with her, and the only time that, you know, he really wants to be bothered with her is for sex. That's basically what is written here in this letter from my mother to my father. So I started to look at the history and thinking about flashbacks on how I grew up and remembering how stressful that household was as a child growing up. And after I had my first, I realized what I never had in a mother, I wanted to give to her, which goes on to the second generation. I don't have any real pictures of my mother here, but I do have pictures of myself and my daughter to show the second generation of what I wanted to be for my daughter that I didn't have. And as you can see, we have had and always have a very close relationship. I participated in everything she's done all her life, and I would kill myself to be there because I wanted to. I'm very proud to have her as my daughter, even though I was young. Now, Leviathan has possessed our connection, my daughter and myself and my mother and my sister. The women, the matriarchs of this family, have been infected with Leviathan, because I grew up to understand that my sister has also been touched by Leviathan. Hence, her constant meddling in the relationship between me and my daughter. And I'm sharing all this because I want this to help somebody. And I want, you know, Leviathan's legions also to learn something from this too. Because just like you was watching me, I was watching you. So, you know, this is just a dossier of information that I have collected over the years between my mother, my sister, and my daughter. Basically, just manipulating and grooming my child to turn against me. And I could go give several examples, and this will be posted on its own website, and I shall share it. So, you know, just give me time to finish compiling it and organizing it, but I have much more where that comes from. And so not only do I compile a dossier of my own, of people who think they want to try to destroy me or assassinate my character in any type of way, shape, form, under the guise of a friend or an associate or a colleague or even somebody on YouTube. And just like they watch and prowl and collect information and spread information and share things and discuss things with little to no facts, so do I. And now, as I started on my spiritual journey, I discovered I had a photographic memory with a lot of things if I had a recall switch or trigger. So there's a lot of things I remember with a trigger, and I can recite just how it happened and give you a timeline of events and even what was said in the conversation. I've done that with you, haven't I? Right? So, hello, by the way. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be rude.
Hello.
Yeah, we talked about Leviathan and how it infects people.
Oh, yeah.
And how it spreads. And some people have a possession and they don't even know it because they don't believe or they don't feel like there's a greater entity than themselves. That's pride.
Yeah.
As we also talk about the 7 deadly sins. And I'm showing how this can be a generational curse and infect people that have nothing to do with the situation in the first place. It can spread and fan out throughout your family and touch people on the outside because this one person or a handful of people can carry this demon and spread it around and use it as a tactic of manipulation. Now, Leviathan is envy, jealousy, you know, shit like that. Thank you.
Rage.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
No, that's not it anymore. It's 270 now.
Okay.
That's why I came back. In the car, I checked.
Hold on. Excuse me, y'all.
Hey, lovey.
All right, sorry about that. Little business handling over here. You know, got a household to run too. But yeah, so we were talking about Leviathan, jealousy, envy, the second deadliest sin. You know, and when we think about sin, we always jump to Christianity. Now, sin is not always doing something negative. Sin is allowing yourself to be possessed by any one of these 7 deadly sins as well. Too much of anything is not good. We was talking about patterns. And I was looking at Leviathan just online. Same thing. You know, people come and they want to hear what you have to say and they want to see what you're about and they have an opinion. And then they begin to think, you know what? I feel entitled to drop a seed and see if I can derail this person or test this person to see if they're real. Because, you know, We like to expose people. We like
Oh
to
yeah.
embarrass people and humiliate people as a group.
Mhm.
The majority of our culture is about public shame,
Mhm.
prejudgment, and all that. So it was brought to me in a vision that somebody had a stake over my head. And usually that means somebody's plotting or planning against you to do something to you, to sabotage what you're doing. And I've always had that recurring dream of chasing Leviathan. And I have often been attacked with demonic possessions, hexes, curses. I don't know if you remember, about 3 years ago, I lost my voice for no reason.
Oh yeah.
After I was connected to a certain entity who possessed Leviathan. Same thing. You know, you've been attacked by Leviathan.
Mhm.
You're still being attacked by Leviathan. And just so happened to be, it is damn near identical to what we recently witnessed. No?
Yeah.
This person has not gone away in how many years?
11 years.
It's been a minute.
Sad. Mhm. Sad.
Yeah, and they're facing federal charges because of it.
Oh yeah.
So
About to
it's
go
real.
down.
You know, spiritual warfare is real. A lot of people have lots of issues and they don't want to accept it, or they don't even know because they've never seen anything different. Now, just recently, you know, I was challenged as a fake catfish fraud, you know, but the individual who challenged me wasn't even brave enough to talk to me.
He
Had
talked
to talk
around you.
around me.
Mhm.
And the individual that's always psychoanalyzing, pseudo-psychoanalyzing people is a self-admitted possessor of Leviathan.
Mhm.
You know, they tell on themselves all the time, clearly. Now, in watching this possession of Leviathan, I'm like, okay, so if you feel everybody is beneath you, why are you the only one that's complaining about somebody who don't give a fuck about you?
Damn.
If I'm fake, why do you always have to make up a story or a skit or some type of plot to draw a picture for something that's factual that's happening in your life? You just say, this is what happened to me. Want to see what y'all think, right?
Mhm.
Why is it every time this individual has anything to say, it's always something negative about what somebody has done to him? But who's the victim? Me, right?
Mhm.
The evidence is in their own intellectual property. I'm going through this, I'm going through that, I'm going to die if this happened. This person did this person did that to me, this person did this, and I went through that. And who's always at the tail end of that? A woman.
Right. Mhm.
It's always a woman's fault, right?
Mhm. He
Now,
doesn't want to take account of his own actions.
right. Now, we could say, I own up to what I did, but if we keep repeating the same shit, that's not really changing anything, is it?
Mm-mm.
It's not really doing anything different. Expecting different results, but doing the same thing over and over again. Now, there's where Leviathan comes in, because this very same individual has a legacy with the very same name as mine.
Hmm.
And this individual expressed to me that they wished that they had a relationship with their daughter like I have with mine. And I openly shared it's not where it should be, but we're working on it. So, of course, in dealing with Leviathan through my mama, that's infected my family through my daughter, right? My daughter still is possessed with it, by the way. And I'm going to air the exorcism. Because I'm going to kill this bitch, Leviathan. And send him back to hell where it came from. But my daughter is still possessed with Leviathan. And this particular individual had it in for me to where he would take anything that he could learn that was any type of way of scandalous and flip it. To make it seem like, of course, I'm, you know, not up to par as a human being, a mother, or who I say I am. So when that happened, I said, oh, I see, but I'm ready for this one, though. Last time I wasn't ready. This time I was ready. So when Leviathan came to knock on my door, I began to pull out my dossier of bullshit, is what I call it, the bullshit file. So I have a bullshit file on a lot of people who have come for me and tried to show me that I'm fake and they know me better than I know myself. So being that my daughter is possessed with Leviathan, she decided to share some things that she shouldn't have. And this being the sleazy, slimy individual that he is, who has always had it in for me ever since Sergeant Willie Pete and Black Indigo, this was his opportunity to move in for the kill. Now, mind you, that was how many years ago? Now, this tells you the sickness of an individual. They took pride in watching that woman humiliate herself. And this isn't the first woman that it happened to. Statuette 1 was another one.
I remember him.
And they damn near ruined her whole, well, not they. You know, lots happened to her because of that. True enough, she made a poor choice, you know, in having an outside interaction that she shouldn't have. But when you sit and make jokes about how you have plotted to do this, I don't know which one's worse, the bad choice she made or the choice they made to set her up. Which one's worse? Both of it is Leviathan and Lucifer.
Yeah.
Not to mention Satan and Asmodeus. 7 deadly sins. Those are 4 or 5 of them right there within one person. Now, a lot of people say, studies say that these are the emotions, the dark emotions versus the light, you know, positive versus negative, yin versus yang, whatever. But they're real.
Yeah, those are demonic.
They're real and they're very demonic, especially if you let it consume you.
Yeah.
Now, we're talking about patterns. What's the pattern that you remember on people posing as friendly, and then as soon as they think they have enough information gathered, they flip? People love to play the victim when they're backed into a corner.
Yeah, when you call them out.
They like to deflect it back on you as if you were the pursuer of the negative energy. They like to do that. That's been a pattern, not just with me, but with you too. And Lovey has had the same experience. And I'm talking to a lot of people about this, and I'm seeing the same pattern. Because, you know, pride and envy go way back. These is ancient demons. That's why it's so easy for them to come in and take over. Because they're very crafty. And when envy comes in, it don't make no sense. You can't comprehend or make any sense of what the person is trying to express to you as their grief with you. It never makes sense. So, you know, the shit that don't make sense ain't true. Especially if it's coming from a demonically possessed person who wants you to rally on their side to make them more believable. And anybody with good sense can see that. But again, we have pseudo-psychologists, and we have people who think that they understand others and don't even really understand themselves.
And they don't realize the more that they feed into these entities, the more portals that they open.
The more demonic shit comes in.
They don't realize that.
Yeah. These are very dangerous. Very dangerous.
Yeah.
Because it makes you want to kill yourself. You know, it makes you want to hurt others. You have no real righteous reason to do it. It makes you meddlesome, makes you nosy. It makes you assume things that are not there. You know, Leviathan is a shapeshifter.
Yep.
So is Lucifer. But if you don't know spirituality and you're not studying your shit and you don't know yourself, guess what? It's easy to feel like I might envy that person because they have something that I don't. I see a relationship with that mother and daughter that I don't have.
What do they call it in Christian? I can't pronounce it.
Right.
Yeah.
That's another one. That's
See,
another word. Yeah.
We're both spiritual, so you know we know.
Absolutely. And the reason why I do this is to try to help people. Right? The reason why I do this is because I care, and I know how hard it was for me to figure this shit out. So I just want to try to make it easier for somebody else. You know? But in this sick-ass society, you got people who are possessed with 7 deadly sins who see things as always a scandal. It's always a hidden agenda to what someone is doing for you or with you or trying to show you positivity. You're always going to second guess that. You believe a lie before you do the truth. You know, so that's another thing that Leviathan is good at. And you notice patterns when someone is confronted who is possessed with Leviathan, they blow up. Whenever they're guilty and you ask them or they're confronted with the issue, they blow up. Now, I know the difference between being insulted. Like, how would you ask me something like that? Right? As opposed to guilt. And Leviathan, envy, he's a liar.
Big time liar.
Now, of course, you're going to lie to make your story seem more believable. Of course you have to invent shit, especially if you really don't have no concrete evidence to back up what the fuck you say. But see, I have a lot of evidence to back up what the fuck I say. Not just about my lovely daughter, because I would never return to her what she did to me. However, the evidence will be posted. I would never slander her. I would never make up stories about her. You know, and as kids, when Leviathan comes in, that's that ungratefulness.
Yeah.
You know, you can give them your time, you can give them your love, you can give them a decent life, but there's still something there's not quite missing, and they're usually jealous of their siblings. Even though she's the only girl, and she got more attention than both her brothers combined. However, this is the thank you I get for being her mama. Why? Because Leviathan. My own mama resented us, so she wanted my daughter and my children to resent me. There you go. And, you know, I see that a lot in this individual that's been lately running his fucking mouth and don't know what he's talking about. He says it out of his own mouth. Whenever I see a mother and child together and they have a bond, it makes me feel some kind of way.
Uh-huh. There you
So
go.
Leviathan will tell you who it is. You have to listen.
Yeah, you have to watch and observe, and the answer will be right there in front of you.
Now, if I wasn't watching and observing what I said to this demon, it would be far, far worse than
Yeah.
it is now. See, because I'm very careful who I tell what, and I know the common thread of what was said by whom. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Leviathan does that too. It likes to change up what was said to turn it upside down and make it seem like the righteousness is what's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Because we live in the society of what's evil is now accepted as good, and what's good is rejected and killed and destroyed as evil.
Mm-hmm.
So anybody that follows along and is not paying attention, they're going to buy into the bullshit. And as you can see, anybody who's anybody don't give a fuck but a troll what this fucker got to say.
Yeah.
Because my grandmother used to always say, those that mind don't matter, and those that matter don't mind. So, and again, I say you can't destroy shit you didn't build.
Mm-hmm.
You can't assassinate a character of anybody that you didn't create, or you didn't help uplift their character to what it once was or what it is. And you can't accuse someone of trying to tear you down when there's nothing to tear down.
Mm-hmm.
You can't compare yourself to somebody when your only competition is yourself. Because that's been said too. You know, if I spent my life comparing myself to women, not just women, but especially younger women, I wouldn't have made the accomplishments I've made. You know.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of how I was raised, you know, is that everything you do and say doesn't have to be heard or seen. That's why I picked civilian civil service, because I liked it. I'm a healer, and I'm good at what I do. Now, that might be hard to believe for some of y'all niggas out there who don't have shit, but you know, it's always a question posed by this individual who feels he can slander me and shut me down, so to speak. What will you be doing in 5 years? Well, what have you been doing the past 5 years is my question. Because from the 5-year stint that I've seen on YouTube, all I've seen surrounding this individual is drama. Nothing but drama.
All day long.
And they let it trickle down into their own personal lives.
Mm-hmm.
But they always have so much to say about everybody else, especially
Everybody else.
black women.
Mm-hmm.
And the question was asked too, what kid would sit up on camera and call their mama a hoe? You did it. A bitch. You said you hate your mom. So you're a child of that woman, and you said it many times.
Hmm.
So in learning more and more about Leviathan and how it was fucking with me and my family, I decided to make some changes. And I said, you know what better time would it be for us to relocate, do some digging, get away from all the meddlesome people, and find a peaceful place to start a new chapter. People do that every day, don't they? That ain't nothing new.
They do.
Now, if this person was a friend, why didn't I share that with them? If this was a person was a friend and they showed themselves friendly to me, why didn't they have the inside information of what my family was going through. If you consider yourself a friend, you're going to ask questions. You're going to say, you know, what's your favorite color, favorite food? You kind of know that shit about each other as friends, right?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Now, if you have a plot against somebody and you want to just see if you can pull them down off a notch or two, and you really don't give a fuck about that person, you're not really going to know or remember anything they say to you as important. And you definitely ain't going to be paying attention to how smart they are, because they think you dumb just like they are.
Mm-hmm.
So that comes with the law of attraction. Sometimes you attract yourself to other people that have the same common emotions, same common energy, same common experiences, and you develop conversation. Now, this individual, not only on camera but in person, filled with drama. Never have anything positive to say to or about shit. Always into it with somebody.
Uh-huh.
Can't never just be still unless they on their back face up in the hospital. And then we sit back and wonder why our health is not the way it should be, and why we keep winding up so stressed out. Leviathan is fucking you up.
Big time.
That's a demonic possession, and it comes through us as cancer, AIDS, all kind of ailments, high blood pressure, preeclampsia in pregnant women, high cholesterol, all that shit. Starts with stress, which is a demonic mental possession, plays upon your mental state of health. What's real and what's delusional. That's what Leviathan does. They always think the world is out to get them. You know, they're very paranoid. They really don't trust. They have no trust at all for anybody. And they compile all their negative experiences into one big, huge collection of resentment, rage, anger. And if you just watch the material you see, that's Leviathan. They never can make up their mind what they want to do. Okay, first I'm out of it. I don't want to deal with it. I'm done with it. Then 3 days later, they come back to it. A month later, they go away from it. They walk away. 2 months later, they come back to it.
Yeah.
And they can never let shit go until they get backed into a corner. Then they rely on the scapegoat of, oh, I'm not feeling good, or I don't want to talk about it. This is ancient history. See, that's gaslighting techniques. That's all foolery and fuckery and trickery of Leviathan. But we wasn't worried about our health when we started shit, was we? We wasn't worried about not coming out the other side of our procedure when we started our meddling, evil, demonic bullshit. Health didn't matter. And it's all, you know, it's all recorded. I don't have to make shit up. You can go look at it yourself. It's right there on that channel. So, you know, I decided to do this practice because I feel like I get the most out of it from learning. And I think people get more out of me doing it this way than as an official nurse. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think it's more hands-on and more personable this way.
Spiritual nurse Angie.
Now, it's been, you know, this person feels I'm a catfish now. One of my very best friends in Illinois, who now lives back in Hawaii in her hometown, her home state, island. She's an Illinois state trooper. And I've known her ever since I was 23 years old. And if I was doing something illegal, don't you think she would have arrested me by now?
Oh, yeah.
As you know, and a couple other people know, and I've said it before on here, since this shit jumped, I've known Bear for 24 years. We happened to reunite on YouTube. And as he was doing his videos, I kept trying to catch his voice. I'm like, I think I know this person. He revealed himself and we began to talk. At the time, we were both married and we introduced our spouses to each other.
Wow.
We then divorced our spouses. I started school back again and he went on doing something else. A year and a half later, we decided we would try to date. And it turned into a relationship. And then we broke up. We had our spat, we broke up, now we're friends. And you know, this is really the real problem. Because when you have your crosshairs on somebody you think is vulnerable, you never know who that person hide in the bushes. Because I don't fuck with people that ain't real. I don't fuck around with people that ain't real, and are not on something trying to do better for themselves and do better for others. I've always surrounded myself with people like that. Now, if I'm the one, the bad seed, there's EMS workers. I dated a cop for 5 years. My uncle is a cop. My brother is a cop. So how come none of these private, personal, professional investigators can find shit? You see how far motherfuckers reach just to prove a point and wind up sticking their fucking mouth in their foot in their mouth? But like this person told me, delusion is dangerous. Delusion and denial is dangerous.
Yes, it is.
And that's very true. So maybe you need to hold that mirror up, brother. Maybe you are the cause of the majority of your problems and your woes, because it's no longer your mama's fault. Because from what I have witnessed, and I know several people can attest to it, from the 2009 forward, you know, there's record of lots of delusion and lots of patterns of self-destruction against better advisement of people who you considered friends. Pride, Lucifer, I don't need no advice, I got it figured out. And then it's, don't nobody give a fuck about me. Make up your mind, you can't have it both ways.
True.
This is what you get when you try to target somebody and destroy what they've built. That's what you get. But pride usually won't reveal that. You won't see it because of pride. Lucifer is the most deadly of the
Of all
seven
of
deadly sins. Pride.
Mhm.
Pride and ego will get you killed. And from my understanding, this person has a history of fucking around with witches, people who dabble in that stuff.
What?
From my understanding, there was a attempt on his life in Louisiana by a female who just all of a sudden woke up one day and decided she wanted to bust a cap in his ass. Now, being a woman, I know you don't just wake up one day and decide you want to fuck somebody up. There has to be ongoing trauma and drama and abuse going back and forth.
Uh-huh.
That's why they got the show Snap now. Because people getting tired of taking abuse.
Mm-hmm.
And they snap and they do something real fucked up.
Yep.
That's Leviathan. Some people kill for money, sex. We all know that. That's Leviathan. But I know a man or a woman is not going to just get up one day and decide they want to bust a cap in somebody else's ass. It's a reason behind that.
Mm-hmm. Definite reason.
You know. There are people in life who don't have to run from their problems. There are people in life who actually would like to see different and be happy. You know, there are people in life who actually care about others, who want to see others succeed. You know, and I'm very sorry that your mother didn't give you that and instill that in you or believe in you. But from my understanding, I've seen a video or two where the matriarch in his family blatantly said he was an ungrateful, spoiled, rotten brat. And so was his mama.
Damn.
Which is why the chain of dysfunction continued on to him. In every woman, he's trying to find qualities like his mama so he can have a reason to reject this woman, or have a reason to expose this woman, or have a reason to test her until she breaks. I was married to a nigga like that. My father is like that. I grew up with both my parents, and they were codependent on each other. Malignant narcissism, that's what they are going through. Mental illness. And how many times have I said crazy people don't know they're crazy?
Very true.
So, you know, once the target has been somehow blemished, then they have to destroy the image they once had of that target. That's what people possessed with Leviathan do. Now I put this person here. This is my target. They didn't submit to me, so now I have to destroy that target because I have to feel like I conquered something. That's how they do it. And then there becomes the leveling. You know, I feel kind of stupid, so now I got to make you look stupid too. Or I wasn't able to accomplish my mission, so now I got to make it look like you the one who got caught up in the snare. Now he's the victim. Leave me alone. I don't want to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I could go on and on. I got plenty of examples. You know, and I could humiliate him like he did Statuesque 1. And I can show him and his sister/girlfriend how much of a man thought he is. I'm sure she knows, though. I could do that. Because, you know, since we exposing each other, Because I don't never say nothing unless I have proof. But a lot of people like to be humiliated. They like to be embarrassed. And then they forget the shit they say, because Leviathan is a liar. And they lie so much they can't tell the difference from the truth versus a lie. That's why the truth pissed them off so much, because it's really evident. And then they look at themselves objectively. And that's why they attack you. Or you won't co-sign the bullshit. So they have to find a reason to attack you based on your personal life or whatever little weakness they think they can play on. See, that's that crazy making that they want you to feel like you crazy. And it's really not you. But you know, every dog has his day.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We all have had our dose of karma kicking our ass. Repeatedly.
Oh, yeah.
And swiftly. But no. You can't shit on every black woman and expect to get away with it. You know, you don't get to have the entitlement of attacking, belittling, demeaning, degrading someone just because you feel you're superior for whatever reason. You don't get to do that. You know. Anybody that has to have a mantra of ongoing drama really is the one who cares more about what people think.
Yeah.
What's up?
Looks like baby.
What's happening?
How you doing?
I'm doing all right. Let's have this little run. Come on back.
I was just about Leviathan.
What you talking about, that goddamn devil again? I heard that.
And I just wanted to vouch. You are 17 plus years veteran of Chicago, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Out of those years, how many years did we get?
Huh? Say that again, man.
It's an echo.
Say that again.
I said, out of all those years, how many years did we get? You and I.
Oh, baby. 20, 25 plus, baby.
How many years did I date?
Shit, 5. We went 5 years. We went 5 years dating. 5, almost 6 years.
Wow.
So I'm going to let you confirm everything I just said because you ain't even here. So I want you to discuss this. Since people want to possess what Leviathan have to know.
We've been knowing each other, Angie, for a long time, babe. Back in the late 80s and stuff. Late 80s we met. And I was working in the police department. I was doing I had my own little thing. I had my security detail. I used to protect bars and nightclubs. We handled the security in certain bars and nightclubs on the west side, south side, north side. Like I said, I've been knowing you for over almost 30 years, baby.
Wow.
You met me, and I met you the first night at that club, and I remember I told you I'd give you my driver's license, my social security card. I would even give you reference to let you know how straight I was as a guy. And we dated a whole year, that first year, a whole year. And we've been hooked up and connected to each other, Angie, for almost 30 years, baby. It's been 30 years of a beautiful relationship I've had with you. Some of the relationship, we cussed each other out, went our separate ways. You know, we had our fights and shit, but we always managed over 30 years, we always managed to come back and be the best of friends with each other. You my homie, baby. You always will be my homie. You are my bosom buddy, my best friend. You are my best friend, and I'm yours. And we have been that way a long time. See, that's why I say a lot of this shit was none of their motherfucking business, because the type of work that I did for a living, that's one thing you don't really put that out there a lot. You don't want to put the people that you love and you care about out there. You don't want to, announce that type of shit, because motherfuckers out there that has grudges and vindictive, but think they can get at someone that I love by me knowing. So that's why we tell the whole goddamn world. We ain't just met each other on no goddamn internet. I've been knowing, like I said, been knowing you for a long time. And it's right. And it wasn't nobody's motherfucking business. It wasn't his motherfucking business.
Right.
That's what the point I'm trying to make. That's when the tables turned. Is when he found out Bear was part of my past. That's when all hell broke loose. Because he had intentions that were not pure coming at me the way he did, under the guise of we're friends.
He hated that.
Now, he's saying, oh, you simping for a bitch you ain't never touched. I've known this man over 3 decades, before my children were born, okay? And he had a hand in watching over my daughter, the very one who is possessed with Leviathan now. Now, he's met my parents, and he can vouch for what I just said. You met my mama. Unmute.
I don't think he heard you.
Where is he at? Unmute.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I met that woman. Yes, I met your mama. Yes. Oh, my God, I met that woman. Now, you talking about a motherfucker that need to have a goddamn exorcism? That woman needs an exorcism. So if there's any priests out there that's listening, you want to fight Lucifer, go to Angie Mama house.
Didn't see that, Angie.
You will see that motherfucker.
Hold on.
But Styles, you need to shut the fuck up, my nigga.
You remember this?
Yeah, the letter.
How many did I find?
Oh, bunch, baby. Oh, my God.
Wow.
Oh, my God. That's the strangest shit I have ever seen in my life, that letter.
You know what?
I'm serious. If you wasn't there, a lot of you wasn't there, there's no way you would believe the shit that this woman has went through. And then to be sit up and talk about there's a revolving door on her bedroom, you a motherfucking lie, because bitch, you never made it through no revolving door.
A revolving door.
That's what I'm saying, you bitch nigga. He stuck his motherfucking nose in somebody's business, and like I said, I'm not getting at your motherfucking business, my nigga. I'm all in your motherfucking business, my nigga. I know every damn thing about you. I know shit you don't even know. I know when the first time your psychological report went down, when they bust you in your ass, my nigga. And they gonna do it again. You can guarantee you can take that shit to the bank. I don't give a fuck you never liked me because I was a cop. I never liked it you because you was a bitch nigga. But you ain't gonna do a goddamn thing to Angie. And yes, I was protecting and always have protected Angie's honor. but you don't know nothing about that. But you want to sit on a motherfucking porch with you weak porch monkey, bitch, you. And talk that yin yang shit. About you discover something. You ain't discovered shit, nigga. You ain't Christopher Columbus. You ain't discovered nothing. Oh, I was doing you a favor. You ain't never done nobody no fucking favor. So don't act like you doing me a favor. You looking out for me. Yeah, right. After you stabbed me in the back 40 fucking times before Angie even got out of the force, you over there talking shit about me. Angie, you talking to Bear. Yeah, Bear up there luring women to do nothing. That's your ass, my nigga. That's you. Luring women for bullshit. I don't lure women. I protect women. That's what I've been doing all my life. So, like I said, Monster, you want to play dirty? You want to talk about you want to play dirty? Oh, bitch, the dirt is already on. I know your dirt. I know where your fucking bodies are buried. And we're going to have fun watching your motherfucking ass, because you going to slip up, my nigga. You going to slip up. And when you go back there, when you go back to motherfucking jail, my nigga, guess what, my nigga? I'm going to own you. Now you can take that shit to your bank. Go ahead, ass. I need to smoke me a toot too. This bitch pissed me off.
You good? I'm just listening.
No, but I'm serious. This bitch ass nigga still up there thinking you wanna fuck with somebody? Oh, you wanna fuck with Bone Picker? You wanna fuck with Angie? You think you gonna because you couldn't get your jollies off? You ran into a woman that you can't have? So you think you gonna destroy her? You gonna send them pictures around with your leaking ass, looking like a bitch from Cook County. You gonna take a picture, a selfie in a mirror. What kind of bitch man does that?
A bitch.
That's what I'm saying, a bitch ass nigga. And I can see the bottle of baby oil where you been rubbing on your faggoty ass.
But it's okay for him to do that to a woman and have Solo take pictures of her having sex with her and spreading it around.
Yeah, that's the type of shit him and Solo, they like jerking each other the fuck off that way. They like call themselves busting women out, doing it. Why didn't the fuck you bust Tommy Sotomayor out? Why didn't you play dirty with that bitch? You can get on here and talk about a woman with the quickness, but you couldn't do shit to Tommy. What's the matter, Styles? I thought you was gonna get this nigga. You gonna do all this shit to him. Why are you over here talking shit to Angie? Oh, see, you couldn't take this nigga down, but you could take a woman down. Oh, that's your goddamn MO. You could do all this shit to a woman, but you couldn't do shit to Tommy, but kiss his ass. And you want to talk about dignity? What do a motherfucker like you know about dignity? You the last person on earth ever supposed to say that goddamn word. But you can run and do all this bullshit, and you can tell all this goddamn great story, and you ain't got no proof on shit. But you can't do shit to Tommy. Tommy shut you the fuck up and ran you the fuck off of you too. But you the monster. I see When you deal with men, you got bitch in your blood.
Oh!
You can't, now you want me, Bear, Mr. Bone Picker, you goddamn right. Leave me alone. Oh, you sound like Tommy now. Now I'm gonna leave you alone as soon as they bust you in your motherfucking ass and you get that look on your face, bitch nigga. That's when I'll leave you alone. Especially when I get that picture of that shot. Because I want a picture when they bust you in your ass. I want to see the expression on your bitch face. You remember how it looked? You looked in the mirror right the night they did you. Right, my nigga, in C Block? Oh, they keep a count of every time a motherfucker is raped. What did you do to them niggas, Styles? What did you do to them niggas that raped you?
Took it.
Oh, you took it like a bitch, didn't you? You didn't do nothing to them. But you could destroy a woman. You could put a woman all out on Front Street. But when it came down to men busting you in your ass and Tommy Sotomayor, you ain't shit. You want to get off the motherfucking, oh, I'm sick of this shit. I'm leaving. Bitch, you can't survive without YouTube because YouTube is the only image you got. Because in the real world, you a bitch nigga. Now, you want to destroy somebody? You already been destroyed, motherfucker. You can't come near a woman like Angie, any women that's about something. You need these Burger King bitches to build your motherfucking ego up. That's what you into. A McDonald's ass nigga into Burger King bitches. Cause that's your speed. But like I said, my nigga, you gonna work your new speed up. Because like you say, OG monster. No, now you don't wanna be you ain't no OG no more. You ain't no gangster no more. But you got some questions that's gonna need some fucking answers. And we got Big Mo. Yeah, I know you remember him from C Block, cause he sure the fuck remember you. And we're gonna remember you again when I videotape that scream, motherfucker. You remember that scream, monster? Do you remember that night how you screamed? Do you remember how they took that ass, monster, in C Block? Of course you're gonna say, I don't remember that. Of course. I know you blocked it out. Because it's a very dramatic experience. It's dramatic when they take a monster and turn him to a bitch. It was very dramatic. You don't want to think about it. You remember you blanked out that night. That's what happened to all the motherfuckers. They blank out. But you remember, you gonna blank back in. Because you set the table before you, my nigga. So you can put up pictures, you can put up any motherfucking thing you want. It does not matter because it's not gonna change what the fuck is gonna happen to you, bitch boy. You can sit on that porch until the time come home because every day you sit on that motherfucking porch, that makes it much, much longer. You already got $100,000 motherfucking bill. Do you think grandmama will put her house up for you? Do you think she put up $100,000 to get you out, to bail you out? Do you think somebody gonna pay $50,000 for you? I don't think so, my nigga. I don't think so. So you might as well grease up that ass, bitch boy. Because you're going to get to meet all your brothers. You put on that Cub hat and that Cub colors. You a bitch-made nigga. And it's spreading all over the streets. Because when I was in Chicago, I was called the voice. Because when I talk to the streets. I talk to the people. And my word is spreading all over Chicago, all over DeKalb, where the fuck you at, that you a pariah, bitch, nigga. Now, let's see you make a video denying this C-block hoe. That's what you was called, a C-block hoe. Remember you had to go in protective custody? Remember that? Because they wanted to bust your ass every weekend? Remember that? That's why now you such a pretty little bitch, ain't you? That's why you get in the mirror taking selfies, looking at yourself, because you know you just a pretty little bitch.
Oh!
Like I said, homie, Cook County is waiting because you're going to be the best Cook County hoe motherfucker in the world when it's done. I ain't talking enough shit for a minute now, ain't you?
You got me crying over here.
No, this bitch going to be crying. That motherfucker literally going to be crying. And he know.
Oh, Lord.
He talk about how bad the fuck he is. That's why he stays his ass in DeKalb. Oh yeah, my nigga, you a G. First you a gangster, then you went from gangster to OG. Now you supposed to have all your boys gonna be, but I don't see nobody on the porch but you. Because you don't have any motherfucking friends. That bitch ass Solo, you call that pervert motherfucker your friend? Well, let's see Solo save you from this shit that's been happening to you.
Solo came up to this shit.
That's what I'm saying. I want to see Solo throw his ass up to protect your ass, my nigga. Let's see Solo go get a train run on him to protect you. I think you're going to be fucked, my nigga. You're going to be disappointed. Solo going to act like he don't know you.
Yeah, to cover his ass.
Goddamn right. There's a lot of motherfuckers going to act like they don't know you. You pariah bitch, nigga. Like I told you, I'm going to make your life a motherfucking nightmare, monster. You are a pariah. And anybody that fuck with you will become a pariah. So all those rubber dicks you got for sale, my nigga, you know what you could do with them rubber dicks? You're going to start using them. Because for practice, my nigga, you're going to need some practice. Because every hole you got, I guarantee you, we got a brother that's going to feel it. So, sit back on your porch. And like you said, you going to go. You are going, my nigga. It's just a matter of time. And Bridget going to forget about your motherfucking ass. She can't wait for you to get locked the fuck up. Right, Bridget? I seen the message that you sent me, Bridget. I feel you, baby. We're going to get this parasite motherfucker off of you very soon. And you'll be free. Because a bitch motherfucker like that is like a goddamn termite. You got to use explosive to blow that bitch off for you. Because he been terrorizing you for almost 18 years. You couldn't get rid of that bitch nigga at the beginning, and you can't get rid of that bitch nigga now. But soon, Bridget, we're going to have help coming for you. Because that bitch, he going to be monster. And I'm going to make sure, Bridget, you get a copy of that motherfucking tape. So, Monster, like I said, you want to play dirty? Bitch, you already showed how fucking dirty and low and disgusting and a piece of shit that you are. But like I said, I got evidence, my nigga. I'm not going off of hearsay or she said. I'm going off what the fuck they say. What they say about you. That you a menace to motherfucking society. And what do you do to a menace?
Oh, that's the package.
Yeah, girl, that's the package.
Oh,
That's the
Lord.
package, my love. I know
It's on
more
and
about this
popping
bitch
now.
nigga. I know more about this bitch nigga than this bitch nigga know about himself. And you want to talk shit to me? Nigga, you can talk all the shit you want. It's not going to eliminate. And this is just one of them. There's 4 of them like this. You ain't worth shit to society. So you want to sit on the porch like you got it all like that. You sitting there, you the baddest motherfucker. You Queen Quintino and shit. Nigga, all you are is 4 fouls. That's your whole life. And they gonna collect. So like I said, Monster, you can sit there and say all the bullshit you want. It's not going to change a goddamn thing. Because I'm going to get my pleasure, my brother. Like I said, and my pleasure is to make goddamn sure that we get to see you be the bitch that you are. Like C-Block, bitch nigga. Let's talk about that. I'm sure you're going to want to, I don't know what you're talking about. I know that. I know your psychological report will happen. I remembered, I saw it, I looked at it. It was 4 of them. Remember? Remember it started that morning when they took your motherfucking breakfast from you? You remember that?
Oh, he got him breakfast taken away.
And then later on that night, he got that ass took. Deny it. And watch what the fuck happened to you when you go back. Because all the brothers know it happened. All the guards heard it. Remember you told that officer that you was gonna beat his ass, remember that? Remember you told that officer you were gonna beat his ass and the next week you had a 2-2 on, bitch, nigga. Remember you had to sit down and take a piss? Because only bitches sit down. Only men stand the fuck up. And you weren't allowed to stand up. Remember that officer laughed at you? Oh, he said you told him you was gonna beat the fuck out of him, and all within a month you was a bitch nigga. That's why you like looking in the mirror. Cause I always try to get your makeup straight. That's why you in the camera with your pole erect looking ass. Nigga, you need to keep your clothes on. Serious. But don't worry, that beautiful shot that you sent, all the brothers in Cook County now has it. And they passing it around. They quite enjoying it. Because they looking at you. The other one saying that you a cute bitch ass nigga. They think you cute. And they think you gonna make a good Cook County bitch. Because you know why it's gonna happen, monster? Because I got 1 pound of Jamaican Royal to the brother that bust you in your motherfucking ass, my nigga. Do you understand that, monster? Do you know the value of a pound of motherfucking A1 weed is in jail? Do you know the value of that? What would they do to a nigga for that? So you like to win. You like to win everything. There's only one way to win this motherfucker, my nigga. And that's like you did that night on the show.
What is winning?
Oh, yeah.
What are you winning by trying to expose women as thoughts and hoes when you're running around the United States dropping off whatever you're dropping off? And then you turn around and say that women are stalking you, pursuing you. These are all desperate women. When you setting traps and snares for them, that's a good guy. That's somebody that's impeccable in their word. That's somebody with a good track record. That's somebody with a good character. Because that's all you talk about. That's all you talked about to me was how this bitch is chasing you, that bitch is thirsty, these bitches sending you money and all that. What are you winning?
He gotta look like something, and he don't. To me, he don't. I'm just saying. He don't look like nothing. He's on mute.
You gotta unmute.
You don't look like shit.
Now he don't. He don't.
That motherfucker ain't got no women hounding him. That's a fantasy in his own motherfucking mind. He had to try to play this man role, because that's why you always hear, I'm a man, because he has to play this role, because psychologically, he fucked up. Psychologically, they took his motherfucking manhood from him. So now he has to overcompensate. That's his goddamn problem. He needs a shrink to go talk about his sexual problem. Because I know it's very horrifying to have 4 niggas bang you in your ass.
And you know you sound like my
nothing to do about it. But he want to get on here and like, I'm the monster. Why are you a monster? You wasn't no monster in Say Block. Where the monster came after the fact? When you got back on the streets, then you became a monster. With Batman shoes on. Your grandmama taking care of you now, Bridget, for 18 motherfucking years. You a man, and a woman been taking care of you for 18 years, and you got a nerve to get on here and make videos talking about black women. You supposed to be making videos blessing black women. Because without black women, bitch, you wouldn't be shit. Right now, today, in reality. Bridget is putting the roof over your head. Bridget is getting you the food that you eat.
What not? I thought
Oh,
he said
yeah, we all know, because he into incest too. He like fucking his sister. first she's his sister, then she's his cousin. Make up your mind. What is she? She's a woman that's been taking care of you. But you want to get on here and talk about I discovered some shit. Why don't you discover your own motherfucking life? Why didn't you discover how to keep your dumb ass from being such fucked up ways? Why didn't you discover how to take care of your children? Why didn't you learn how to take care of women? Because remember that night, Monster, we told you, don't hit that girl. Remember that? You told all of us we don't give a fuck. We never said nothing to you. And all of us sit right there on your show and said, Monster, don't do that. What did you do? You got to listen to Solo. Solo told you to peel the bitch's hair back to the white meat. Remember? He went to talking that pimp shit. And what did you do? You went over there and peeled her motherfucking hair back to the white meat. Now you can't see your baby because you're a fucking animal.
Damn.
But you want to blame everybody else for your motherfucking shortcomings. You want to blame your mama because she didn't be bothered with your spoiled ass. You had everything that a little know-nothing ass nigga would want. Your mama, your grandmama took care of you. And what the fuck did you do? You ungrateful little bitch, you. You set the job on fire. Your grandmama had to protect you. She had to pay for that shit. Remember that? That's why you're fuck alone. Because you trying to fuck up their shit. All you had to do was be a good little Jehovah fucking witness. And do what your granny told you to do. You be straight today, my nigga. But no, you a selfish little spoiled little bitch nigga. You couldn't handle it. So you created this life. This street life. I've had it hard. I've been through shit. You ain't been through shit, my nigga.
Now, who else's child does that sound like?
Say what, my baby?
Who else's child does that sound like?
We know, Ashley. We know. Want to create a motherfucking fake world. Want to create a reality that's not true. You out there in the motherfucking streets and you didn't even have to be out there. That's why you a fake ass motherfucking gangster. You're a fake ass OG. You don't know shit about the true world. You out there lying. Some other brothers was in the streets because they didn't have no parents. They didn't have no one. They had no choice. They had to do that shit to survive.
And the first one to talk about he don't want to raise nobody else's kids, but somebody else's kids.
Oh yeah, get the fuck out of here. But everybody's raising his kids. What about the kids you don't fuck with? Who raising them? You don't want to raise no other woman's child, but who, like Tommy Sotomayor, talking about, I'm not raising nobody else's kid. What about all them goddamn crumb snatchers you got? Who raising them? What man out there raising your kids? You can't sit up and talk about you ain't gonna do nothing for no other child, but other people taking care of your goddamn kids. That's what I said about these contradicting ass motherfuckers. And another thing, walk around here like they super dick. Like you get fucked 4 and 5 and 6 hours. You think you on some porn loop. Nigga, you couldn't fuck your way out of a paper bag. Half you niggas, including Monster, I know you want some shit on the blue pill. How many of them motherfuckers you taking now? Cause I remember it took you 5 every time to get the same goddamn hardness they got the first time. Now you gotta take 6. Then after that you gotta take 7. After that 8. Who you niggas fooling? I can bang a bitch upside the wall. You couldn't bang yourself upside a wall. I can go all night long. If I get with some pussy, I'm gonna bang that pussy until I'm through. Who are you lying to? These niggas out here get on my motherfucking nerve with this bullshit. These niggas couldn't fuck their wild shit. Half these niggas, if you don't have some shit to take, you can't get it the fuck up. And a nigga like Styles, as many times that nigga in the hospital with the stress and the bullshit going on with him, that nigga can't, he ain't seen his dick in 20 years. You got to pop all them fucking pills you be taking to just to see it get up. But you want to run around here, I'm a man, I'm this, taking bitch photo pictures like you gonna do some shit. I know Bridget is very disappointed. Because all these niggas out here talking that shit, but what the fuck you can do, that's a nigga that can't do shit. Because you ain't got to talk about it. But you blue pill popping bitches want to sit on here, I'm this, I'm that. You ain't shit. Because nigga, you spend too many time in the hospital. And if you got nerve and your shit and stress, your dick ain't doing shit, my nigga. So you can sit here and fantasize all the bullshit you want and think you could talk all this shit to all these women and then the truth come out. That's why the fuck you got thrown out of Detroit, because we know it wasn't working, my nigga. And she got rid of your ass. But no, they Mr. Super Dicks. And can't fuck shit. That's what you do. When you say you fuck, that's what it's about. Fucking. And fucking ain't nothing. If you can't make love to a woman, then you need to leave it the fuck alone. Because to fuck a woman is to fuck yourself. And what do you get out of it? Not a motherfucking thing. You can't remember the women that you fucked. You can go from here to the time and fuck 1,000,000 women. You won't remember none of their names. Because it's not about fucking. It's about the woman that you love. And that's what you take with you, my nigga. That's the only thing you can take with you when you leave here, is the love that you hold. Fucking ain't allowed. You don't take fucking with you. So if that's what you into, you ain't into shit. Because a fuck nigga, all a fuck nigga get is just being fucked. So like I'm saying, all you super dick ass niggas, you want to play this fantasy shit with these women. and then get there and get embarrassed. Because you could be the strongest man in the motherfucking world, and you can never outlast no woman. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. Ain't no man can outlast no woman. You could be sitting there thinking you banging this pussy, you rocking this motherfucking world, and she's sitting there reading a Jet magazine, yawning and shit. Are you done yet? And what happened? You roll the fuck over. You go the fuck to sleep. And she's sitting there looking at you. Letting you think, oh, I rocked that pussy last night, didn't I, baby? Oh, yeah, baby, you rocked it. And the only motherfucking thing you rocked was yourself. But all you little niggas on here, especially Styles, the lead nigga, want to talk all this Roman love bullshit. You come on this social media looking for pussy that you can fuck over. But you won't be fucking over the ladies of the wolf pack. You will not be fucking over Angie. You will not be fucking over Miss Peach. You will not be fucking over Lovey. And like I said, as long as you go about your motherfucking business, like I said, you will meet that day. Because you going back, my nigga, and you know it. So get ready, my nigga. All right, Angie.
It's all good.
Now, damn sure gotta go smoke me a tweet now.
We're going to wrap this up this afternoon.
There you go, baby. Yeah, we got some other business to talk about because I want this bitch nigga to see this motherfucking hangout, and I want this bitch nigga to think about what the fuck I said today. You want to play? You know I play dirty. You already showed how dirty the fuck you can go. We showed what happens when a person try to be your friend like Angie. She tried to be your friend, but you want to take it on to something because you got your little twingling. Now all of a sudden you all into Angie. And then you had a nerve talking about me? No, motherfucker, you ain't coming there. You ain't qualified. You ain't man enough to be with Angie. So stick to your Burger King bitches because you a McDonald asshole. And like I said, monster, I'm gonna fuck with you until I'm tired. Cause you wanna talk about evidence, bitch nigga? I showed mine. I know every motherfucking thing about you. And a whole bunch of other people know. And like that little DA, she was right. You are a menace to motherfucking society. And she's gonna deal with you as a motherfucking menace. So, like I said, monster, have a nice day. It was nice talking about your bitch ass. And don't